Welcome, Aquarius. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do your full moon in Cancer reading. The wolf moon occurs on the 3rd of January, and this is you stepping into your fierce, protective declaration of who you are, your talent, your place in the world, your power. This is something that echoes in the Northern Hemisphere in a way that helps us to reset in order to move forward into the new year. In the Southern Hemisphere, this may take a different manifestation, your outward claim to the larger world of where you belong and your right to be there. Your overall energy for this reading is the King of Swords. And I'm looking at the energy underneath the deck, the Chariot card. So there's something about your understanding your unique talents and skills very differently, very strongly, understanding yourself very well, deeply, in a way that allows you to present your most powerful skills in the effort to communicate with people, in the effort to help others understand how you and consequently they can challenge their own assumptions. So this is about releasing the way the world is supposed to be, the way things are probable, possible, or impossible, to a place of creating and imagining an alternate scenario for the possibilities of our dreams, of the things we desire to see in the world. Here you are, the gifted speaker, the curious orator, the one who asks the questions appropriately and then deeply listens to how the experience of others resonates with what you know to be the truth. This is an exercise for you. This is a way of integrating this greater openness to new ideas and helping others to recognize the value of the unfamiliar. So in many ways, you are a light bringer. You are a justice bearer, because the end goal is to equalize or create harmony among a variety of different factors. In the 10th house, the Ace of Swords. This is really, again, really lifting up this idea that your unique configuration of skills, gifts, talents, experience are what uniquely nominate you to this intellectual openness, this ability to hear others with whom you may or may not be entirely familiar with, but listen to them with fresh ears, to really hear them and to really listen to them. So these are, as many of you know, unique skill sets necessary in having a real conversation, a real discourse around possibility. What is the truth? What constitutes justice in something that you are working towards? It feels as though you're calibrating a project or the idea of a project in order to get it right at the foundation, in order to move through in clear alignment in the best way to attract resources and relationships that will really positively impact on your ability to be successful here. In the first house, the Five of Swords. Here, I do believe that this energy is countering this sense of more customary sense of self-doubt that you have often experienced, and what you are going through at this moment is really countering that, but helping you understand how you perhaps have allowed others' disbelief in your claims, your ideas, and your thoughts to derail you, to block you, to squelch down your fire, your light. to doubt that you had any right to wield this sword of justice when that is all you really know how to do. You're uniquely fashioned as an individual to do exactly the work that you're doing. This comes from your heart. And it may appear to be a cold and calculated application of universal law to others, but it really comes from the sense of your unique creative abilities to imagine other worlds and other possibilities. So that really is the inception, the place from which you are moving forward with such focus, because it comes out of the center of your being. You're having earned the right to desire what you desire. In the fourth house of home, family, history, even the Page of Cups really emphasizes the very quality of your vulnerability, your openness, your tenderness to new ideas, your sensitivity to the small things, the things that others perhaps don't see or certainly don't believe that you see, not understanding how the heart fuels your vision, your words, your communication, and that is what spurs what is for you a great will of creativity, a great source of recognizing all of the variety of information and positive feelings, support that come from invisible realms, realms that others don't always see, but how this contributes to your sense of playfulness, really not taking anything outside of you too seriously, recognizing that you can laugh at yourself and your insecurities as well. You understand the value of play, and it does occur to me that whatever you are clarifying, launching, shaping, uh, with others in mind is greatly animated by your ability to infuse play into the mix, to make it fun, to shake it up, to disarm people's customary resistances by reassociating things that people feel good with some of your objectives. And I'm not talking about a sleight of hand, although this is kind of Gemini or magician slash trickster energy. The play is about that trickster quality of being playful, of not taking yourself too seriously, and of understanding that you can get something you want, you can achieve a goal by indirection. In other words, capturing the attention of others away from what is truly at stake. I feel this is done in an innocent, impish, playful way. This is not done to directly deceive, but understanding that as you're connecting to the heart of others, to their intimate desire, that you can see how others, like you in the past, work against themselves, don't always know what they want, or don't know how to ask for what they want in a way that's safe. And you've taught yourself through difficult experience that achieving what you want is not necessarily a direct exchange or a direct declaration. It often is an indirection, a way of distracting others so that they can move themselves from their feelings of support and being supported, from their desire to feel good rather than to be successful or to get it right. This feels like a really interesting way that you are working with your own energies, perhaps in a healing capacity. And it's something that others are this counters a more serious and almost intimidating display of um, ideas that you're able to articulate in a way that may distance you from the people that you actually feel in alignment with. So by infusing play into that, it has worked for you to laugh at yourself, to not take yourself so seriously, to find what's funny or what's odd about what you do that is serious. In the seventh house of significant relationships, the Fool is showing me this process of knowing how vulnerable you are, your sensitivity to others, that helps to inspire the goals, the pursuit of the truth, the pursuit of justice. This process is allowing others to see you in the very new way that you are understanding yourself. So you are exposing more of who you are inside, that playful, faithful believer that understands that any challenge that comes your way can be overcome. And rather than focusing on the challenges, you are focusing on the goals on the other side. The ability to feel good in the process dictates that you actually liberate yourself from those rules, from the way it's supposed to be. If this reading is resonating for you, Aquarius, please like this video, subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot, and know that I appreciate all the support that you give me. I am wishing you all the best in 2026. I'm going to clarify these cards, as many of you are familiar with my way, and I'm going to finish with an oracle card. So for the Five of Swords, I pulled the Ten of Swords and the Eight of Pentacles as clarifiers for this five. These two cards talk about incredibly diligent, disciplined work that it has required of you in order to release this old version of yourself, including the way it should be. The conditioning for you has been fierce. You've understood that your display of intellectual gifts or your ability to present your ideas and yourself are powerful and can be overwhelming. And you've learned to improve upon that by looking inside, by connecting to that heart that really doesn't take yourself as seriously. For many of you, it is through the act of wordplay or joking or looking at puns, looking at irony as a literary structure, that you are able to signal to your audiences that you really don't think you're all that, or you understand that you're just another person trying to make sense of it. And this is part of what is allowing you to not doubt yourself, but just accept your vulnerability in making presentations to others, in speaking with others, on working on their behalf, knowing that you're working for your own development as well. So the way that you've learned to not allow others to block you, you're also understanding that that requires you to come out of yourself, to identify your strengths, the very strengths that often inspire fear in others, a sense of intimidation or overwhelm. You're working on that, knowing that it's not just making you more relatable and gaining you the support that you need, but it's also improving upon who you are, softening your skills, making your ideas more concrete and therefore more tangible to others in a way that they can grasp onto. In the fourth house, the Page of Cups is clarified by the Two of Wands and the Six of Wands. Yeah. So for so many of us, there is a kind of back and forth that I think in some ways can really be a reflection of the changing of the year, despite the artificiality of moving from one year to another, when at the same time it's moving from one day to another. However, The opportunity is one of reflection, knowing that this moment marks a change in the time, a ritual change. It affords us an opportunity to summarize, evaluate, assess, look at what has come through, what we're carrying into, and what we need to leave behind. This is about the way that you're formalizing a structure, a plan for the new year, and also the way in which you have learned to become a part of the team, despite a leadership or a strength of value in a team setting. You also understand that you earn the trust of others on the team by doing your part and just your part. This serves not only a clarity about the expectation of all members, but it also helps you to gain that respect that you truly crave from your teammates. It is important to you to be respected, to be appreciated, to be recognized. And in doing your part, understanding and setting healthy boundaries that apply not only to you, but to everybody. This is a healthy exercise for you in improving the way that you communicate with others. In other words, not taking over, not dominating because you can, but really trusting that everyone can, like you, learn to work from their strengths and that you're willing to help them do that while staying in your lane. So this is helping you to heal this incredible sense of new, deep knowledge of who you are and what you need. The seventh house, the Fool card, is clarified by the Ace of Pentacles and the Two of Pentacles. So here we have another two, and I'm liking this decision-making process that you're going through. In this case, it feels more like an integration of new values and resources into your very definition of success and abundance. So you recognize the opportunity you have to show up in a different way, to still pursue your vision of abundance, growth, advancement in the world as you are a member of a team and as you work appropriately within that team to advance the well-being of others, as do all the other members. So you are having a fairly solemn moment in the change of the new year to actually understand that you are embodying these new values. And as a reflection of embodying these values of hard work, of understanding your responsibility to yourself, that you create your reality and your experience, that you are in a way taking on, stepping into a newer, cleaner, more, in many ways, more humble version of yourself, very aware that you not only can affect the same amount of work towards this goal, but you're actually in a position to affect greater impact. Your humility allows you to trust others, and this is vital for you in deeply understanding how your conditioning perhaps has betrayed you in the past and robbed you of that trust in yourself. In the 10th house, the Ace of Swords is clarified by the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Swords, the Knight of Swords, So the Queen of Pentacles is you really doing the work in such a loving and nurturing way. This is you understanding clearly your mission. You have clarity in all things that relate to your community interaction, and the way that you are leveraging and helping to generate abundance through staying in sync with the natural flow of things, understanding your power and supporting the power of others. The Knight of Swords shows again this wonderful ability to, this healthy ability to detach yourself from your emotions so that you are not denying them, you're not destroying them or pushing them away, you're not repressing them, but you are allowing your logical mind, these feelings, to shape the results of that, what actions you're going to take, to define the words you use. And this is really a strong place that assures you that you're coming from all the models of nature, the natural way of being in the world, that we are automatically creatures of love and productivity, that we're all the same. We share in common with every other living substance on the planet, the same chemical makeup. And in that way, you are inspired, deeply inspired, but also able to take that deep connection to the earth, to your own feelings, to the values that support your security and stability into the realm of the imaginative. I'm going to finish this reading with an oracle card and hope that you have gained something from this. And I've pulled from this deck the Perseverance card. I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. And this really does, in a unique way, exemplify, I believe, in this reading, the Fool. You have two aces that have shown up. And the pentacles, the energy of the pentacles is very strong here. The ability to identify abundance and the path forward towards that on your own terms. So thank you so very much, Aquarius, for this beautiful reading. Thank you for your likes and subscribes. And until next time, namaste.